Hello, it's Caden and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you are looking to do that snowbird lifestyle, you own a home in a cooler state that has great summers, but those winters are just too cold for you, and you want to buy a home in a warmer state with these nice winters, but you just don't know how to go about the entire lifestyle, this video is the perfect one for you. In this video, I will explain how to manage the snowbird lifestyle, what to do with your home when you are away in both states, and tell you everything you need to know about the lifestyle. So stay tuned.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Now, to start this video, I know that a lot of people interested in the snowbird lifestyle are interested in these house watching companies and services, and I want to explain kind of how those work before we start. So these house watching services, a lot of the communities actually provide them. So a lot of these age restricted 55 plus retirement communities here in the Phoenix Valley of Arizona have these services already built into the community. They're very affordable, roughly $10 to $15 per visit, and you really don't need them coming out there too often here in Arizona. So that is one thing you want to do. You want to check with your future community, their HOA, if they have these house watching services. And if not, often somebody in the community kind of has their own house watching company, just kind of throughout the community. Someone in the community is looking to make a little more money while helping out their neighbors who live that snowbird lifestyle. Now, as I said, they don't have to come out to the home too much here in Arizona. The only two big things I would recommend paying somebody to come out and check on the home while you're not here is after a storm, just to make sure the home is still okay. None of the, roof shingles were blown off, no leaks or anything like that, because we do have some monsoons here during the summer. So if you are paying a house watching company or a service in the community, you definitely want to keep an eye on the weather, or maybe have them keep an eye on the weather for you. And every time there's a storm, you want to have them go out and check out the home. Now, the other time I would recommend somebody going out and checking on the home is every about month and a half. I would have somebody go in there from the house watching service and run all the sinks for a couple minutes and flush all the toilets. That's also something that you should do before you leave the home, is run all the sinks, flush all the toilets, run the showers, just for a couple of minutes, just so that your pee traps underneath there do not dry up. When those dry up and all the water ends up evaporating out of there, you can kind of get like a sewery smell in the home, and it's really unpleasant. So you want to make sure that somebody is running all the sinks, all the showers, and flushing the toilets every about month and a half or so. Now, those are really the only two things you're going to need the home watching service or company for. Everything else you'll be able to manage before you leave or from your other residence. So nothing else is going to really require a service or company. Now, I do have a free 55 plus community guide that has a map plotting out all of the age restricted communities. It has a one-page summary of each community, and it also has a spreadsheet at the end of it comparing all of the communities. So if you'd like that, feel free to shoot me a text, call, or email, and I can send it right over to you. Now let's get started with all the things you would want to do to your summer home here in Arizona before you leave and go back home. To start, you definitely want to put a hold on any of your cable, internet, or cell phone providers that you have in your Arizona home. You can also do this to your other home while you're staying here in Arizona, but that'll save you a lot of money, just so you're not paying, that $60 to $100 for all of your cable and internet providers when you're not even using the home. Now, the next thing you want to take care of before you leave, this will be kind of the day that you're planning to leave. You want to go through and unplug all of your appliances. Microwave, washer, dryer, toasters, everything. You want to protect them from a storm surge of any kind. We have monsoons. Sometimes power goes out here and there, and you don't want your nice new appliances to get ruined from those storm surges. Now, when it comes to your fridge, you're going to have to decide if you want to unplug that one or not. I would recommend unplugging it, going through, clearing everything out, cleaning it pretty thoroughly, just so that when you come back, you've got a, completely empty fridge. You can go shopping and stock it back up. If you leave it plugged in, you wouldn't really want to leave anything in there and come back to it. So cleaning that completely out and unplugging that just to protect it from storm surges and having it nice and clean when you come back is a good idea. Another thing to remember to turn off is your automatic ice maker. If you have that attached to your fridge or built in or whatever it is, you definitely want to turn off your automatic ice maker before you go back home. Now, the temperature inside your house is definitely something to keep an eye on, especially here in Arizona. So you can choose whether or not you want to leave your air conditioner on. If you leave it off, it will save you a lot of money, but as the temperature outside rises, the temperature in your home will also rise. So I've definitely seen cabinets warp, candles melt, anything that can melt most likely will, because it's going to be hotter in your home than it is outside, and it's already about 110 outside. Now, a good temperature to leave your air conditioner at when you are leaving is anywhere between that 85 to 87 degree range is pretty good. That'll keep everything inside at a good enough temperature to where it doesn't warp or get disformed or anything like that. 85 to 87 is a good range to keep your AC at. Now, if you have a smart AC and you can adjust the temperature while you're at home, that's even better. But if you don't, just set it to 85 or 87. And if you have somebody coming in every month or so to check on the home, just have them make sure that it stays at about that temperature. Something else that you can do is put a bucket of water in each of the rooms to keep all the rooms properly humidified, because it is a dry heat out here in Arizona. Now, if you don't do this, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to change all that much in your home, but it is just an extra precaution if you are worried about that extra, dry heat here that we have in Arizona. Something else to do is put on any sun security screens that'll block out a lot of light from the outside. It's just the screen that goes on right over the window, and close all of your blinds or most of your blinds to keep all of that heat out. Now, some miscellaneous items you want to tackle before you leave. Go ahead and go through the entire home and change batteries on anything that you think would go out while you're gone. Smoke detectors, if you have an alarm system, change the batteries on that. Just make make sure everything has new batteries in it. And if you have a security system, that's even better, because while you're back at home, you can kind of temporarily check in on your home here just to make sure everything is going as planned. Now, something else you would want to do is find a hide key of some kind, whether it's putting a lockbox on your hose spout or finding a little container that you can hide underneath a rock. You definitely want to have a key accessible to somebody here in the state while you're gone, just in case it's necessary, whether it's for that house watching service or maybe a friend who lives a few towns over from Phoenix and you really want them to go and check on something in your home. Now, if you have a pool here in Arizona and you don't have a pool and maintenance company coming in every month and checking the chemicals and cleaning it out, you do your own maintenance, I would definitely recommend having a pool company come out during the summer while you are not here and making sure everything works every month. It costs about $80 to $100 for them to come out, make sure the chemicals are right in the pool, clean out any debris, and make sure it's nice for when you come back. You definitely do not want to drain the pool during the summer, because all that heat on the plaster and PebbleTech can definitely ruin it and not make the pool what it was. Now, if you have a hot tub, you want to turn off the heating and jet system, have kind of sitting water in there, but you definitely want to buy a hot tub cover. Again, if you drain the hot tub, the heat from the outside will damage that surface of the hot tub and it will not be nice when you come back. To stay on task with these water fixtures, if you have any type of standing water fixture outside your home, whether it's a bird bath, a fountain, anything of that sort, you have two options. You can either completely drain those as long as you don't think the surface will get too damaged by the heat, or you can keep them running the entire time. You don't want to have any sitting water while you are gone. That's going to attract a lot of mosquitoes, and you don't want mosquitoes at your property, of course. So if you have just kind of a bird bath that doesn't have a fountain that runs through it, just go ahead and drain that and fill it back up when you come back here. You do not want any sitting water that isn't covered outside of your home. Now, the last thing you want to take care of before you leave is your mail. So whether or not you're having your mail come out to your summer home here in Arizona, you want to put a hold or direct transfer so that everything is either held and nothing will be delivered to your home, or it's just directly transferred over to your other home in the other state. If you have a hold on it, they'll hold all of your mail until you get back and take that hold off, or of course they'll transfer all of that mail to your primary residence in the other state, depending on how you manage out with your mail provider. But that's something you definitely want to take care of a couple of weeks before you leave. Now, other than that, your home should be set to go and you can enjoy your summer back in your home state, because I'm sure your summer there is a lot better than here. I am a licensed real estate agent here in the Phoenix Valley of Arizona. My name is Caden Leali. So if you are planning to get that Winterbird home and buy in a retirement community or any community here in the Phoenix Valley of Arizona, I'd be happy to help you out. I also have that free 55 plus community guide that has a one-page summary of all the age-restricted communities, a map that plots them all out, and a spreadsheet at the end to compare them all. So if you'd like that, feel free to shoot me a text, call, or email, and I can send it right over to you.